Hi, and welcome to the Grandparents and Beyond tutorial for the August topic, Arc of the Fall Holidays. I'm Nina Walden, Managing Director of Chai Mitzvah, and I'm looking forward to going over this topic with you. There are great activities and conversations in this booklet. The High Holy Days season begins as we welcome the Hebrew month of Elul and continues through the holidays of Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, Sukkot, Shemini Atzeret, and Simchat Torah. We enter this season with great introspection, seeking personal transformation through Teshuba, repentance or turning, Tefillah, prayer, and Tsudaka, giving financial support, leading to other positive actions. Before we begin, a quick reminder. Before you start, make sure everyone is on board, including the parents or guardians. Read the texts and choose the activities and conversation questions that work for you and your family or your group. Don't feel that you need to complete the entire booklet. The recommended ages for texts, conversations, and activities are marked by the icons you see here on the screen. But your youngsters might be ready for things that are in an older age group, or they might enjoy a game that is recommended for younger kids. You and your youngster are the best judges of which activities to do, and the discussions can go wherever you like. There are no right or wrong answers. Also, you will want to prepare some things in advance. On page 5 is a game called Tefillah Toss. For this activity, you'll need a printout of the target, one per player, items you can toss. For example, M&Ms or buttons. 5 per player. Markers to fill in the target, green for goals, and red for regrets. You might also like to print out page 9 at the end of the booklet, a space where you can draw cartoons that reflect the insights you've gained from exploring Teshuba, Tefillah, and Tsudaka. The season begins with a wake-up call of the shofar. Here's a wonderful way to get started, a guided meditation. You or your youngster can lead it. The leader reads the meditation slowly, while the others listen and reflect. The leader clicks on each shofar sound as they lead the meditation. I will lead the guided meditation for you now to show how it works. Welcome to this meditation. Close your eyes and sit in a comfortable position so that you can focus on your inner thoughts. The shofar blower begins by taking a big breath, and the shofar only sounds when the air blows out. This is a symbol for Rosh Hashanah. We must turn inward to fix ourselves, so we can then turn outward and contribute to the world. Like a shofar blower, breathe slowly, in and out. Relax and clear your mind. Listen to the sound of Tekiah, the first single blow. This long, loud blast brings us to attention. Now listen to Shivarim. The 3 broken blows of Shivarim sound like crying. Some scholars believe that Shivarim is our tears of sadness or joy at another year passing. Think about a time during the past year where you cried tears of sorrow or joy. Next is the sound of Truah. 9 rapid blows. Wake up! It's the beginning of a new year. We finish with Tekiah Gedolah, one last long Tekiah. Open your eyes and feel a renewed sense of purpose and dedication to living life to its fullest in the coming year. Now we're ready to focus on the first topic, Teshuba. Teshuba means returning to the inner kernel of goodness that we all possess. Although there may be a layer of misguided behavior obscuring our inner being, our tradition teaches that all people are created in the image of God and are inherently good. There is a video embedded in the booklet exploring human nature and our ability to know right from wrong. The person who made this video wanted to make a point and might have edited it. You can watch and then discuss.
Yo, what's going on, you guys? So today I'm going to be acting as if I'm working at a grocery store, but in reality I'm going to be testing to see if people are willing to steal from me when they know that I'm not here. I mean, I'm just going to run to the bathroom really quickly. I'll be right back. Yeah, let me just get change really quickly from the back. Yeah, man, right out of change. I just have a quick question for you, though. Do you have a job? Yeah. You do? Then why were you taking money out of the register? I saw you in the security cameras in the back. I'm wondering. My bad. So, you want your toy? Sure. That's fine. You might have to go to the back room. You have to get changed. Yeah. I'll be right back, man. Okay. Yeah, man, ran out of change. Oh, wow. There's a $5 energy missing. You know where it is? I saw on the security camera saying you took it. I saw it. Let's not do it again. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Do you think the behavior in this video is typical of how most people would behave? Listen to this. Listen to the sound of tekiah, the first single blow. This long, loud blast brings us to attention. Now listen to shivarim. The 3 broken blows of shivarim sound like crying. Some scholars believe that shivarim is our tears of sadness or joy at another year passing. Think about a time during the past year where you cried tears of sorrow or joy. Next is the sound of truah. 9 rapid blows. Wake up! It's the beginning of a new year. We finish with tekiah gedolah, one last long tekiah. Open your eyes and feel a renewed sense of purpose and dedication to living life to its fullest in the coming year. Now we're ready to focus on the first topic, Teshuvah. Teshuvah means returning to the inner kernel of goodness that we all know. Now we're ready to focus on the first topic, Teshuvah. Teshuvah means returning to the inner kernel of goodness that we all possess. Although there may be a layer of misguided behavior obscuring our inner being, our tradition teaches that all people are created in the image of God and are inherently good. There is a video embedded in the booklet exploring human nature and our ability to know right from wrong. The person who made this video wanted to make a point and might have edited it. You can watch and then discuss.
Yo, what's going on, you guys? So today I'm going to be acting as if I'm working at a grocery store, but in reality I'm going to be testing to see if people are willing to steal from me when they know that I'm not here. I mean, I'm just going to run to the bathroom really quickly. I'll be right back. Yeah, let me just get change really quickly from the back. Yeah, man, ran out of change.
I just have a quick question for you, though. You have a job?
Yeah.
You do? Then why are you taking money out of the register? I saw you in the security cameras in the back. I'm wondering.
My bad.
So, you want your truck?
Sure.
That's fine.
You might have to go to the back room to get changed.
Yeah.
I'll be right back, man.
Okay.
Yeah, man, ran out of change.
Oh, wow.
There's a $5 energy missing. You know where it is? I saw on the security cameras when you took it. I saw it. It's not good again. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Do you think the behavior in this video is typical of how most people would behave? Now let's look at the first text and text-based conversation. Often translated as repentance, the Hebrew root of Teshuva from shuv, shin vav bet, holds the ideas of returning or turning. On the simplest behavioral level, Maimonides writes, Teshuva involves returning to a situation in which one had previously failed and not making the same mistake a second time. It means being given a second chance. Here's the text. Who has reached complete Teshuvah? A person who confronts the same situation in which he sinned when he has the potential to commit the sin again, and nevertheless abstains and does not commit it because of his Teshuvah alone, and not because of fear or a lack of strength. This is from Maimonides' Laws of Repentance. An interesting way to think about this is to think about the reasons we have for doing the right thing. Why would you not do something that you know is wrong? Put the following reasons in the order of what is most meaningful to you. You don't want to disappoint your parents. You're afraid of punishment. You know that it is immoral or wrong. You know that it would hurt someone, or somebody else told you what to do or not to do. Maybe you and your youngster can think of another reason for not doing something that you know is wrong. Now, here's a great fun activity to help youngsters understand Teshuvah. It's especially nice for the youngest kids, but even older ones enjoy it. It's called the Teshuvah Secret Handshake. Teshuvah actually means turning to a new way of behaving. You might think of it in 3 steps. 1, think about it. 2, say I'm sorry. And 3, don't make the same mistake again. Here's a video that shows a way to say all of that with a secret handshake. Try this one or make up your own.
Think about it. Say I'm sorry. Don't make the same mistake again.
Now we are ready to explore the next topic, tefillah, prayer. Think about what you're proud of from last year and what your goals are for the coming year. Tefillah, prayer, helps us develop and maintain a spiritual sense that enables us to focus on what's important. Play tefillah toss. Think about the year that has passed and about the coming year. Our tradition views bad behavior more in terms of missing the mark rather than sin. You might remember that you need a printout of the target you see here, 1 per player. Items you can toss, for example, M&Ms or buttons, 5 per player, and markers to fill in the target, green for goals and red for regrets. Here you can see an example of one that was filled in. In red you see regrets, such as teased my sister. In green you see goals, such as share with my sister. Now here's how to play. First, fill in the target. Then, take turns tossing your M&Ms or buttons towards your goals. You have 5 tries. It takes practice to succeed in everything we do, and it's unusual to achieve all your goals on the first try. See how many of your goals have hit. Try for your own personal best. Prayer allows us to slow down long enough to appreciate the goodness that is all around us and how we can increase that goodness. Jewish prayer is often said in community. Some prayers require a minyan, 10 people, to say them, so prayer helps us keep connected and not become isolated. Here we explore the traditional confessional prayer we read on Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, the Vidui. It is composed of two parts, Ashamnu and Alchet. We recite this prayer in the plural to represent our shared responsibility and culpability in all of our lives and missteps. We also share this prayer as a reminder that forgiveness is shared as well. The Alchet prayer consists of 44 mistakes that you're encouraged to reflect on as you prepare to be better in the new year. Here are a few of them just to get started. For the entire prayer, you can click on the link you see in the introduction paragraph. We've chosen common mistakes that we hope will resonate with you and your youngsters. For the mistakes we have committed before you without thinking or without knowledge. For the mistakes we committed before you through things we blurted out with our lips. For the mistakes we committed before you through wronging a friend. For the mistakes we committed before you by degrading parents and teachers. For the mistakes we committed before you through denial and false promises. For the mistakes we committed before you through baseless hatred. Here are some questions to discuss. Would you add anything to the Alchet prayer? If so, what would you add? Do you think it's hard to admit our mistakes? Do you think it's easier to say this prayer together? If so, why? You might remember that Maimonides said, regrets must lead to change of behavior to be true Teshuba. Write a family prayer listing the positive things you will do in the coming year. Prompts are provided here, along with a space if you'd like to print it out and write them in. There are also links to share your prayers on Instagram and Facebook. I really hope you will join me in posting our hopes for the coming year. The next topic we explore is Tsudaka. Since the high holy days are traditionally observed with Teshuba, Tefillah, and Tsudaka, repentance, prayer, and sharing of wealth, some suggestions for Tsudaka to go with each of the holidays are provided here. For Rosh Hashanah, the beginning of the days of awe, direct Tsudaka towards projects of spirituality and connection. For example, you might donate to your synagogue. For Yom Kippur, a day on which it is traditional to fast, many synagogues organize hunger relief food drives. Direct Tsudaka towards organizations dedicated to fighting poverty. During Sukkot, it is traditional to eat and sleep in a sukkah, a temporary booth, which is open to the elements. For this reason, you might want to focus Tsudaka towards reminding us of our vulnerability within the natural world. For example, helping the homeless. The arc of the fall holidays ends with Simchat Torah, rejoicing of the Torah. Tsudaka for education fits the spirit of this holiday. If you'd like to add some Tsudaka games and activities, go to booklet 7 of Grandparents and Beyond, where the topic is Tsudaka, philanthropy. Now that we've explored Teshuba, Tefillah, and Tsudaka in detail, let's put it all together. Here's a very interesting way to look at it. The Unitana Tocav prayer is traditionally recited during Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur and guides our Teshuba journey. One of the texts below comes from the Talmud, and the other comes from the High Holy Day prayer book, the Machzor. If we look carefully, we will discover an important shift in language from the original text in the Talmud to the version included in the prayer book. This change empowers us when it feels like we're powerless to determine our own destiny. The Talmud claims that Teshuba, Tefillah, and Tsudaka will actually cause the harsh decree to be torn up, makrin. That which was declared to happen will not in fact happen. The prayer book, however, makes a very different claim, namely that these activities will not change what happens to us. Rather, they will change us. We will understand what happens differently. From the Babylonian Talmud we read, 4 things cancel, ma'akrin, the doom of man, namely charity, supplication, change of name, and change of conduct. However, in the Unitana Tocav prayer in the Machzor we read, but Teshuba, Tefillah, and Tsudaka have the power to transform, ma'avrin, the harshness of our destiny. Now we're ready to put everything we've discovered into practical use. We've seen that many conflicts can be resolved when we understand each other's points of view. Think of a conflict that happened during the past year, whether in the family or with friends. In the boxes below, tell about it from 3 different points of view. Use what you know about Teshuba, Tefillah, and Tsudaka to fill in the 3rd box. The first box shows the conflict from your point of view. The second box shows the conflict from the other person's point of view. And the 3rd box shows the objective point of view, from someone observing the conflict from the outside. Drawing what happened and filling in the talk bubbles is a great spark for meaningful conversation about how you see the world. The purpose of this booklet is to help us have a different perspective to guide us in the coming year. Apply the Teshuba, Tefillah, and Tsudaka formula to something you experienced last year. Do you understand that experience differently now? How has what we've explored together changed the way you would react to the same situation? Wishing you Shana Tova Umituka. Enjoy the materials and see you next month. Any questions? Please contact me, Nina@chaimitzvah.org.